Welcome back to the channel. Today we're exploring weak central coherence, an individual differences explanation of autism spectrum disorder. This theory helps explain both the challenges and unique strengths of people with ASD by looking at how they process information. What is central coherence? Central coherence refers to our ability to process information in context, to see the bigger picture by integrating small details into a meaningful whole. Most neurotypical individuals naturally do this. For example, if you remember a conversation from a few days ago, you might recall the overall message rather than every single word. This ability to extract global meaning helps us navigate daily life smoothly. However, not everyone processes information this way. What is weak central coherence? People with ASD tend to have weak central coherence, meaning they focus more on local details rather than the global picture. This means they are excellent at noticing fine details, but they may struggle to see how those details fit into a larger context. Frith described weak central coherence not just as a deficit, but as a cognitive preference, an increased ability for local processing rather than global processing. For example, famous autistic savant Stephen Wiltshire was able to draw an incredibly detailed and accurate cityscape of Rome after just one short helicopter ride. He started with specific landmarks and built outwards, showing his preference for detailed local processing. Weak central coherence can help us understand the characteristics of ASD. For examples, social communication challenges. In social interactions, understanding the bigger picture is key. Context, tone, facial expressions, and implied meanings all contribute to communication. Since people with ASD focus more on details, they might struggle with interpreting sarcasm, jokes, or implied meanings because they focus on the literal words rather than the broader context. For example, if someone says, "Wow, that's just great," sarcastically, a person with ASD might take it literally rather than understanding the sarcasm. Repetitive behaviors and restricted interests. A strong focus on details may lead to intense interest in specific topics. For example, someone might become obsessed with train schedules, memorizing every route and timetable in extreme detail. Repetitive behaviors, like arranging objects in a specific way, may also stem from this detail-focused processing, as it brings a sense of control and predictability. Strengths in attention to detail. While weak central coherence can cause difficulties in understanding context, it can also be a major advantage in certain fields. Careers in math, art, engineering, and music often require strong attention to detail, making WCC a potential strength in the right setting. Supporting evidence. Shah and Frith, 1993, study. Shah and Frith, 1993, designed an experiment to test weak central coherence in autistic individuals. They recruited 20 young people with ASD, 12 young people with learning difficulties, and 33 neurotypical people. Participants were shown a two-dimensional pattern on a card and had to recreate it using small individual blocks. There were 40 designs in total, requiring different levels of global and local processing. Results. Participants with ASD significantly outperformed both the neurotypical group and the learning difficulties group in constructing the patterns accurately. This suggests that people with ASD excel at local processing, noticing and recreating fine details more efficiently than neurotypical individuals. This research supports weak central coherence theory, demonstrating that people with ASD have a distinct preference for detailed focused processing over holistic perception. Weak central coherence provides valuable insight into the cognitive processing style of people with ASD. By focusing on local details rather than the global picture, individuals with ASD may face challenges in social communication and flexibility, but also possess exceptional attention to detail, which can be a strength in certain contexts. Understanding this cognitive preference helps us appreciate the unique ways people with ASD experience the world. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below.